I know this is being very difficult for you, Nadia ma'am. The situations which has been created in Ukraine, they are really very dangerous and harmful as well for the citizens over there. But here we are for discussing the different aspects of the pandemic which has been there in Ukraine and Russia, the conflicts are there. So first of all, I would like to request both of you if there are some irrelevant voices are coming. So as per I request, you will can unmute yourself. So let me introduce both of you. I'm Aishwarya Singh, Chief Executive Director of Experience Sharing National Foundation, and today we are having Miss Nadia from Ukraine. She is working at the National University of Life and Environment Science of Ukraine. With her, Dr. TPS joining us. He is the director of cabinet secretariat and the chief for several excellent projects in Israel. He is also the safety specialist. So thank you both of you for joining here on our national platform. Nadia ma'am, without wasting your and Dr. TPS your time, I would like to ask you, Nadia ma'am, that this pandemic that we all are being able to see, what is the real effect you are looking for? Like here in newspapers, we are in newspapers and on TV channels, we are able to look at the different aspects and the problems which are there in Ukraine, but the real effects of pandemic from you, please madam.
First of all, thanks God for this new day for me and for my children and for my citizens of my country. It's first of all. The second point, I don't understand. I was asked several times who is my audience today because I'm very disappointed, really, and I must say it for organizing this webinar because just today I received a link for this meeting, and I don't know who is the audience still, and I have no possibility because I live in dormitory now with two small children, and I have not a laptop, and for me it will be more easy to show the situation if I receive your mail to send all pictures from newspaper, as you told before, because it's not newspaper, it's real life. And as I know, a lot of people, you have seen today my photo, how many people stand 24 hours under the Department of Refugees. A lot of people, it's not people, it's small children, and it's women which want to receive some food, some drink, some water, and something, because a lot of Ukrainians come to Poland. Now I am in Poland. I'm a big city of Poland. It's Poznan. It's nearest, not far from Germany. It's about 200 kilometers. So in this district, not there are a lot of people, but the situation in Warsaw, for example, Warsaw is the capital of Poland. In cities countries which have which border with this Ukraine, it's a lot of people. So now we have more than 4 million refugees from Ukraine, and 60% of these refugees is situated in Poland. And it's very difficult to Polish people to help us now, because now it's 1 month after war, and if it was possible in the first week to give us something, now it's small bag with one box with something to eat and a bottle in one hand with water. And if I have my children, I must take my children with me, because I can't take it without them, because all wants to see how many person comes to this refugees department. If you want to take car, for example, if you want to take bus, you must stop and waiting for a big crowd, because these buses are very full of people who wants to go somewhere, because now all people wants to leave Poland, because as you know, all European countries take care about Ukrainians. For example, in Austria, in Belgium, in Switzerland, in Germany, all European countries wants to help us. It's very good, because if Poland will help us more, the budget will be empty for Polish people, and it can be only with all helpful from European country. First of all, I'm really have a scientist degree. I'm doctor of economics. I'm a professor. I'm academic of economic science, and I was a very good position in my university. My university is the most popular university in Ukraine, and I'm expert in Ministry of Education in Ukraine. So I have everything, but now I have nothing. Just thanks for my friends from university named after Adam Mickiewicz in Poznan. They gives me apartment in dormitory, and it's free. But situation in this dormitory, I can see every day that a lot of Russian students must left the dormitory apartments, because in these rooms
So Nadia ma'am,
Ukrainian.
when you left Ukraine, like when you got the information that they are everything badly affecting to the native societies of Ukraine and all, so when you decided to left Ukraine with your family, and it's
What's full question?
it's very
When
difficult.
I decided to left my country, when the war is start, because now in Ukraine is war, and only two countries in the United Nations have another opinion from all over the world. It's China, and the second country, it's India. Now in my country, war, a lot of people are dying day by day. My father is died 1 week ago. How many questions do you want to say me with laughing in your face?
This is one thing, but what do you think? Who
It's
is
not vaccine. It's not vaccine. It's one of the important things. In my country, it's a war.
Yeah, we are understanding what you are saying, but who is really responsible for this fight? Is Russia is responsible or Ukraine, which is not taking steps back? So who is really guilty and who? What's the main problem? So that's we have to understand, because India is not the one who can solve everything. There should be a legal treaty between both the countries that can only solve this problem. So what is this according to you? Why Ukraine is keep fighting if they know that they doesn't have as much nuclear power that needed to fight Russia as much?
Once upon a time, they had America, they had Russia, they had UK. Every one of them had a control. So all the time, Russia has got a path to Germany. They wanted to be part of that ruling and the power show to the European countries. But 80% of Ukraine people wanted the whole Ukraine to go to Europe. The culture itself is European culture. Russian culture is entirely different. European culture is entirely different. So people who are all modern, young people, they wanted to be part of Europe. But the old traditional people who are all very close to USSR, very close to Russia, Russia was powerful in dictating who has to be the president of Ukraine also. But this man, the present president, is entirely against it, and he is closer to European people. So that's a problem which is the economic people definitely will love to go to Europe because they don't want the Russian. They want more powerful, because if they become European Union member, any European Union people can travel to Ukraine, they can travel to any of the European countries without a visa. It's like a United Nations, different states are having single passport. Now today if you take a Shankan visa, do you know what's Shankan visa? Do you know what is Shankan visa?
No.
Yeah. See, that is to travel any European country. With a Shankan visa, you cannot go to UK. With the UK visa, you can go to Shankan. So they give it together. You can apply for both together. So if you take such, tomorrow people can travel up to Ukraine. That is what they wanted. That is what is called a European Union together. And European Union, they did not get an admission. So far, European people did not give an admission. NATO did not give an